What's up everyone, this is Gustavo Dantas. Welcome to vlog number 10. I've been super busy doing 4 vlogs per month, 2 in English, 2 in Portuguese. I mentioned a few videos ago that I'm starting to change the format of the vlog to more similar to the Brazilian one, where we talk about mental skills training, personal development, not just for Jiu-Jitsu, but for life. And today I'm gonna share with you the core message of the BJJ Mental Coach movement, and I'm gonna give you 3 steps to become more emotionally and mentally prepared for life. And as you already know, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. This is only my perception about the topic. I'm pretty sure you have yours. It doesn't mean that mine is right or wrong. So whatever you feel is applicable to you, use it, and whatever you don't, just put to the side. The duration of the videos can be from 5 to 25 minutes. I never know. It really depends on the content that I'm sharing. And I understand that people, they're not happy that they're way too long. So maybe this channel is not for you. But if you are interested in growing, evolving, not only as an athlete, but as a human being, this video is for you. Let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself a mature person? If you ask me, I'll say, I'm mature. If you ask me when I was 15, I'm mature. When I was 20, I'm mature. So we always think that we're mature. But maybe seriously, you're saying like, man, I pay my bills, have my responsibilities, take care of my family, I'm mature. Fair enough. Now, do you consider yourself emotionally mature? Which is a completely different ballgame. Are you emotionally mature to handle under pressure situations like maybe a tournament, an important tournament, or maybe presenting a project in your work that your job is on the line and you have to deliver? Emotionally mature to handle the curveballs that life throws at us from time to time. That could be maybe you just got fired from a job out of nowhere. Maybe just ended a long-term relationship. And especially being emotionally mature for the now, for the everyday stuff, for this crazy world that we live, to handle traffic, especially if you live in a big city. Matter of fact, driving in traffic, it's a great way to check your emotional maturity level, because emotional maturity, you're gonna have levels, and higher the level, more rational decisions you'll be able to make. So let's check your emotional maturity level real quick. Imagine you are driving, you have 2 loved ones in a car. Maybe your wife and child, your son or daughter in the back, whatever the case is. And then suddenly the car loses control, a car comes, boom, hits you and keep going. What would you do? Would you go after and say like, man, buckle up, yo, we're going after. But we have the kid, I don't care, he needs to pay for it. And you go after? Or say like, you know what, man, I have my family here, you know what, just go. Well, this scenario actually happened in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, December 2015. Family driving at night, mom, dad, child in the back seat. And suddenly a car lost control, boom, hit him and kept going. And the dad said, no, hell no, he's gonna pay for it. No. Care who's in the car, he's gonna pay for it. And he started getting in the car, just going after, in high beams and honking, and started drawing a lot of attention. But he didn't know that the car in front of them was a stolen car and have 2 thieves inside. One of them turned from inside the passenger one and fired his gun. Pop! Explode the back window, hit the windshield on his car right in the middle, and hit this 3-year-old right in the forehead and killed him at the spot. What do you think about the emotional maturity level of the dad? Hard worker, honest, present dad, mature, that did the best he could with what he knew, which means based on the emotional maturity level that he had, which unfortunately was low, he made that poor choice. And the rest is history. If you've been watching the content of the BJJ Mental Coach, especially there's a video, the mental tip for the athletes over 30, I introduced the dark passenger, which is our voice that lives in our head, that brings all the fears, anxieties, doubts, assumptions, insecurities, and they're going to be with us for the rest of our lives. But we can learn how to control them. And I broke down the 3 steps to handle your dark passenger. It's basically the 3 steps that we're going to talk about today that's going to help you to become more emotionally mature, to become more emotionally and mentally prepared for life. And the first step was self-awareness. Stop to think about what you think about. Because if he had to use that, there's be a better chance of him not making this bad choice. Which means when you feel the negativity coming, you have to stop and karate block, like say, stop and challenge that thought. Which means when say challenge the thought in that situation, be like, what are the short-term and long-term consequences of me doing this here? Is it really worth it to go because of a bump, put my family in risk? You never know what's going to happen. It's going to help you to be like, take a more rational approach than emotional approach. And then after you reevaluate that, and then you make a decision, like, okay, no, it ain't worth it. Just go. Or maybe you go, and hopefully it's a positive one. And you're gonna use this in so many different contexts in your life. If you're a competitor, you're in a bullpen, and sometimes, dark passenger is gonna tell you things, are you good enough, all that kind of stuff, did you train hard enough? You gotta question those things. A common one I always tell people, oh man, it's taking forever. Question that thought, challenge that thought. Be like, is it taking forever just for you? Is that a conspiracy against you? Oh, is it for other people too? Okay, so recycle that thought and be like, no, it sucks for everyone. It's all good. Because now you are aware of your dark passenger, what's being said. If you want to keep, but it's taking forever, that's on you. That's your problem. But if you are aware, now it's on you. And what happened is his dad did not think about the first and the second step. He just said, no, it's wrong. If it was me, I would pay. He's going to have to pay. And here's the thing, the same way that you have the right to feel happy and satisfied about something, you have the right to feel angry and disappointed about something that you have the full reasons for it. Now, if you're going to act on this feeling, that's completely different. And that's basically what he did. And that's how so many tragedies happened all over the world with good, honest people, and good human beings that get completely hijacked emotionally by their dark passenger and end up making a poor choice. So emotional immaturity is not just for tournaments, it's for life. And you need to practice those 3 steps every single day. You need to be mentally prepared 24/7. You never know when, especially in this crazy world, what's going to happen. Let me give you another practical example here. Let's say, especially for the guys, let's say you're in a bar, you're walking around, someone bumps on you, look, I'm sorry. And the dude like, what's up, man? You got a problem? Like, dude, I'm sorry, just bump. And the guy keep going, like, dude, you need to calm down. When he talks too much, you're like, you know what, dude? You want to scrap? Is that it? All right, let's go. You go outside, boom, clock him, hits his head in a curb, died. What happened? The scenario actually happened in Arizona. 15 years ago, they closed a bar because of this. Dude in college, hard worker, mature, silly argument in a bar. Let's go outside, boom, clock him, hit his head, died. 2 lives that completely changed, one ended because of a low level of emotional maturity. Guys, I'm not a saint by any means. I've been in brawls, I've done a lot of stupid stuff and poor choices. But everything I did the best I could with what I knew, based on the emotional maturity level that I had at that point, which unfortunately in the graphic, it was low. Because of my low self-esteem. I didn't know better of not to use the 2 steps and just jump on the 3rd one and make it a decision. And sometimes when you stop to look, maybe some of the situations in your life that you made a poor choice, I don't care what area of your life, you made a poor choice and it was a close call, like, man, that could have caused a major problem, or maybe did cause a major problem. And all you can do is just forgive yourself and tell, like, I literally did the best I could with what I knew based on the emotional maturity level that I had at that point. But we live in the now, and you need to focus on the now. What do we have to do to minimize at least the chances of making poor choices in under pressure situations, like that crucial situations that sometimes we don't expect? And those 3 steps are going to be crucial for you to handle those situations, and that could literally save lives. And keep in mind, filtering that thought, karate block, self-awareness Think about what you're thinking about. Second, challenge that thought. Competition, personal, professional. Watch what your dark passenger is saying. Like, are you good enough? Are you sure that you can achieve this? Counter back, challenge back, and then make a decision. What route do you want to go? The negative one or the positive one? Now you're aware. Before you didn't know better, but now you are. So now with those 3 steps, going to help you to little by little raise your emotional maturity level and make more rational choices in your life instead of emotional ones. And to close the vlog, I'd like to leave one of my favorite quotes. It's from Tony Robbins that say, "It's in your moments of decisions that your destiny is shaped." Os.